אני לדודי ודודי לי הרואה בשושנים. אני לדודי, אני לדודי ודודי לי הרואה בשושנים. אני לדודי, אני לדודי ודודי לי האוהב בשושנים. אני לדודי, אני לדודי ודודי לי הרואה בשושנים. אני לדודי, אני לדודי ודודי לי הרואה בשושנים. אני לדודי ודודי לי הרואה בשושנים.
On page 5 on the right side in Yiddish, Valtig gehal koyach, Valtig gelaufen in de Gassen, Valtig geschrien in Shabbos, Shabbos, heilige Shabbos, Yamamama, 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 Good Shabbos, everyone. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Good Shabbos to our friends online. Kabbalat Shabbat on page 9 and 10. Sing with us. Litzul Adonai Litzur Yeshenu לצור ישנו On the bottom of page 9 and 10.
40 שנה
I'm toy never lo yadu derachai asher nishbati ve'api im yevo'on al menuchati hey niralnai avnak bye. Oh, yeah, Page 11 and 12. שירו לדורונאי חיר חדש שירו לדורונאי כל הארץ
שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו בסו מיום ליום
ישועתו ספרו בגויים כבונו
בכל העמים לאותה הלילה כי גדול אדוני מהולל ונורא
על כל אלוהי כל אלוהי העמים אלילים ראשון השמיים וצער הוד והדר לפניו עוז ודיבר דשו עברו לאדוני משפחות העמים עברו לאדוני תלמוד שם עושה ומנחה וברך חצרותיי שתקראו לאדוני חסד קודש חילום מפרנס כל הארץ זמרו בגויים אדוני ממלכתי כל תבל תימור ידי עמים במישריס בתחום השמיים כל אשר בו אז ירמנו כל עצי יואב לפני יד
קבע ישפוט הארץ ישפוט תבל
וצדק ומאמין באמונתו We continue on page 13 and 14 Adonai Malach Kelel. On the bottom of page 14 and 13
ותשמח ציון,
ותגלנה
בנות יהודה, אוי למען משפטך, אדוני,
כי אתה אדוני
עליון,
על כל הארץ מאוד
נעלית,
הכל אלוהים
אוהבי אדוני,
אוהבי אדוני
סיינו רע, נפשות חסידה,
מיד בשעי יצילם
אור זרוע לצדיק,
עוזר על הצדיק
ולישרי לב שמחה,
ולשרי לב שמחה
וישמחו צדיקים באדוני, והודו לזכר קודשו.
Please rise. Page 19 and 20, Psalm 29.
מזמור לדוד, אבו לאדוני באלים, אבו לאדוני, אבו לאדוני, אבו לאדוני, כבוד שמו השתחוו לאדוני באדמת קודש, נאום אדוני על המים, אל הכבוד אלים, אדוני,
על מים מדברים, כל אדוני, בעל הכוח,
כל אדוני בידיו, כל אדוני שומר עזים,
בין אדוני את ארזי הלבנות, תבואו עגל, וירון, כמו כבן ואמי את כל אדוני, יחי מדבר יחי לאדוני, ומקדש כולו אומר חרוי, אדוני, Romemu ישי שם, הווי המלך לכולם, הווי יעוז, לימה ייתנם, יד תברך את עמו בשלום. היי, היי, sing, come on. Let's just put like, come on, guys. Yes, do you want to sing? Hey. Bum 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 bum, ya na 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 na, bum bum bum, ya bum bum bum, bum bum, na 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 na, bye na lam, ya na 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 na, na bum bum bye, bum 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 bye, Page 22. גידול אני בחיים תרים אותם. יחיד גאה ליום נכון זוכר קדושתך יחיד גאה ליום זוכרי קדושה דינם ביי אומה Nate, not too Let's do that again, everyone together. Yachid geye le'amecha, le'amecha. Beautiful. Zochrei kedushatecha yachid geye le'amcha pnei zochrei kedushatecha Didinai nai nai Ay nai nai Obama Rambaya Didinai nai nai Obama Ay 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 My Inay nay Inay nay On page 23 and 24.
לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה איש אמור וזכור דבקורך דשמענו אלא מיוחד אדוני אחד ושמו אחד שמו תפארת ונתילה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה היי לקראת שבת ומרחקים את כל העבירה למלוש מקדם יסומך סוף מעשה במחשבת תחילה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה מקדש מלך עיר מלוכת ומצגי מתוך את הרע ולבשב אצלי עמק
אבך
והוא יחמוד עלייך חמלה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה
God
נוציא ונשמחה ונגילה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה
He's on a kila orech Romemu Shir Kevod Havaya Shabbat Nekabela לא תבושי אלוהי קלמי מני לא חכי ומתגמי ומגגסו אני היודי עתידה
לך דודי לקראת קלה יאללה יאללה
יאללה נקבלה אדוני לקראת קלה Shabbat Nekabela Omer Lai la lai lai Ay la 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 lai Ay la 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 lai
Ay la lai Ay la Lord oh Ay la lai Ay la lai lai Ay la lai
Oh Lekhanoni
לקראת קלה
Ay 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 Shabbat Nekabela Lekhanoni לקראת קלה Yama 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 Shabbat אדוני תריצי על ידיש
ופרצי ונשמחה ונגילה הדודי לקראת קלה יאללה 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 בשבת נקבלה
קנוני לקראת קלה
יאללה יאללה יאללה
בשבת נקבלה
יאללה יאללה יאללה
בשבת נקבלה
לך דודי לקראת קלה יאללה יאללה
בשבת נקבלה אדוני לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה אדוני פני שבת נקבלה ay la 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 ay la 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 amma na na amma na na ay la 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 amma amma amma
לך דודי לקראת קלה יאללה יאללה
שבת
נקבלה אוי 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 לך דודי לקראת קלה יאללה יאללה יאללה
שבת
נקבלה יאללה יאללה
amma na amma na la ay la 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 amma amma לך דודי לקראת קלה
יאללה יאללה יאללה
בשבת
נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה יאללה יאללה
בשבת נקבלה la 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 Hi la 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 yama. Yama mama ma. Lechadodi likrat kala
יאללה יאללה יאללה
bnei Shabbat nekavela.
לך דודי לקראת קלה יאללה 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 בני שבת נקבלה שמו
Boi shalom,
עטרת בעלה
גם בשמחה ומצונה.
תוך אמונה ים
סגולה, בואי חלה, שבת המלכה.
לך דודי לקראת קלה
יממם, 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 בני שבת נקבלו. לך דודי
לקראת קלה
יממה, 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 בני שבת נקבלו. As we turn to face the front of the face east, remain standing for Psalm 92 on page 27 and 28, the Psalm of Shabbat, Mizmor Shir Liyom HaShabbat.
מזמור שיר שיר ליום השבת
מזמור שיר שיר ליום השבת מזמור שיר מזמור שיר שיר ליום השבת. מזמור שיר שיר
ליום השבת מזמור שיר
שיר ליום השבת. The whole wide world is waiting to sing the song of Shabbat. The whole wide world is waiting to sing the song of Shabbat. The whole wide world is waiting to sing a song of Shabbat. The whole wide world is waiting to sing a song of Shabbat. Oh, I'm also waiting. I'm singing the song of Shabbat. I'm also waiting to sing the song of Shabbat. איש בר לא ידחסי לא יבין את זאת ופרח ושעים כמו עשר ויציץ וכל פלי אב לשבת דבר. צדיק התומר יפרח כי ארז בלבנון יזכה שסולים בביס אדוני בחצות אלוהינו יפריחו עוד מנובון בשיבה לשנים ונעננים יהיו להגיד ישר אדוני צורי ולוב לא צרו. אדון המלאך on page 29. מכל הסמיים רבים ירדים יושבים עדו סחם נמנו מול לבייסך נא בקודש אדוני לי אורך ימים. As we turn to the back of the Siddur, we invite you to find the words of our healing prayer tonight. Those words can be found on page 113.
Binder of their wounds,
Counter of encounter of uncountable stars. You know who they are. הנופל לשוב אליי ומחבש לעצבותם מונה מספר לכוכבים לכולם שמות יקרא הענן Mishaberach Avotenu v'Imotenu. We want to bless their ancestors, bless and heal those whom we hold in our hearts this evening. We pray for the healing in our community of Kim Schneiderman and Marlena Steiner, for our beloved Sharon Dolan. We pray for our בעבור שכולנו מתפללים בעבורם לזכר זה הקדוש ברוך הוא ימלא רחמים עליהם להחלימם ולרפאותם לחזיקם לחיותם לשלח להם מהירה רפואה שלמה מן השמיים שבת היא לזועק ורפואה קרובה לבוא. And let us say Amen. Hallelujah. You may be seated, everyone. Nate, can you bring me in the house really lower? Because I can't, I'm like not speaking fully because it's too hot. Yeah, it's too loud in there. I'm not sure how to sing when I'm nervous. I'm going to be screaming. Hi, guys. That's a little private conversation. Just never mind that. That was we're just talking. Anybody here for the first time? Wow, you're courageous. Even raising your hand was a big deal just now. I appreciate that. So let's do it one more time. Anybody here for the first time? Like, whoa, there you go. Now you're really visible. Anybody? Anybody here for the first time that doesn't want to raise their hand? Did that happen? We'd love to, anybody want to say hi if you're here for the first time? We'll take care of shul business in a second. It's like, want to say hi? Anybody, first timers?
Okay, sure. Hi, my name is Julia. I am from Seattle, Washington originally. I came to Columbia for undergrad here in New York. It's not my first Shabbat, but it is my first Shabbat with all of you lovely people. So thank you so much for having me. I'm very happy to be here.
Oh, it's great.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Don't let that scary guy in the back, Jeff, scare anybody into having to say hello. I mean, I know it's like when Jeff is looking at you, you don't have to. It's just one way for us to say hi and make New York and this place a little bit less foreign. Anybody else want to say hi? There's some people over here, folks on this side.
Hi, and I moved with my wife back from Asia a little bit ago, and we were looking for a synagogue like the community we had there with a lot of song and dance, and this looks like it.
I mean, sometimes you know right away, but you might want to wait. I mean, there are a lot of synagogues that sing and dance. We're just saying, so we're happy to have you. We're happy to have you. That's great. What was the synagogue that you came from back in, where are you from?
It was a community in Beijing called Kehilat.
In Beijing?
In Beijing,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay. And they sang and danced in Beijing?
They did.
Wow. That's awesome. How beautiful is that? Okay, great. Welcome. No one has to, just looking around. We can also do some show business while people decide if they want to say hello. We're good? You good? Okay, you good? All right, no worries, no worries.
I've actually been here several times, but I've never introduced myself. I'm Hannah Schwadron, and I'm happy to be here, especially tonight, with my brother Louis and sister-in-law Clara, who, it just gave me such amazing energy this Shabbat to get to spend it with them, and then to see Yehuda, my dance mentor, across the synagogue is amazing, and to be here.
Oh my goodness.
And Shabbat Shalom to
Shabbat
everyone.
shalom. Awesome. I feel the same way when I see Yehuda. It's like, Yehuda just make you want to dance, you know? I want to dance with somebody. I want to feel Shabbat with somebody. Somebody named Judah. Okay, got some things to say. Anybody else want to say hello? Okay. For those of you who are, like, y'all are here for the first time, but Romemu is is maybe the only synagogue in the country at this point, hopefully not for that much longer, that has a Shabbat dedicated every year to children. You say, oh, of course, Judaism is all about children. Yeah, that's true. But also the need for us to protect children and to raise institutional and congregational and broader Jewish awareness around that issue, the issue of child safety, the issue of training and institutions to be able to recognize and lift up the need to keep our children safe is something that we have pioneered, and we think that it's something that should be a part of every synagogue and institutional scheduling for the year. And so this is the month of the child. Shabbat of the child became the month of the child, and there's programming around this month. So the Beit Midrash, the study center, on April 26th, Wednesday evening. We apologize for the having to postpone this past Wednesday, but Rabbi Korasis will be teaching on site, and then in 2 weeks, I'll be teaching, and Rabbi Tirza Firestone will also be teaching. Our parent workshop with Dr. Laura Markham has been rescheduled to May 15th at 5:30, and dinner and childcare will be provided for that. And next Shabbat will be the Shabbat weekend of our scholar in residence. Rabbi Tirza Firestone will be with us next weekend. There'll be a Shabbat dinner and lunch. There'll be a workshop on Sunday, and all of this will be focused on her remarkable capacity to bring light and insight and transformation in the realm of generational trauma and generational knots. She'll be teaching on untying those generational knots, what the Torah teaches us about mending our families and repairing the world. That will be incredibly powerful. I can't say enough about Tirza's charisma, her magic, her brilliance, her wisdom, her stewardship. So much. She was one of Reb Zalman's first students, and she's a well-known Jungian therapist as well as a rabbi in Boulder, Colorado. Wrote a book called, many books, and one of them, last one, was called From Wounds to Wisdom. So that should be remarkable next weekend. We want to thank Gil Mandelsies and the Capitolis group for sponsoring Shabbat of the Child programming, and it's really remarkable each year, Gil. Thank you so much. This coming week is Yom HaZikaron, which is Israel's day of remembrance, their Memorial Day, followed immediately by Yom HaAtzmaut. I'm going to be at my second job, my other job at the 92nd Street Y. There'll be tremendous amount of programming, a plethora of programs, conversations as well. I'll be at the 92nd Street Y next Thursday night for a screening and a discussion of the film Hallelujah, Leonard Cohen, A Journey in Song. I'll be joined by the filmmakers and the author of the book that inspired that film. That's next Thursday night, April 27th. Also, save the date for our annual community meeting here at Romemu, Wednesday, May 17th, here at the Romemu Center or online. There'll be some important updates about our community, the board elections, singing, and celebration of community. The board elections and singing and celebration of community, yes. All of those things together. Romemu's Social Action Committee has been hard at work on building a day of advocacy on May 3rd. They're going to be going to Albany to lobby and to our New York state officials to pass the treatment, not jail bill. and also the Child Abuse Reporting Expansion Act, the CARE Act, which is an act that would mandate all clergy to have to report child abuse. It's very, very much a part of our social justice efforts here in Romemu. So please join us traveling up to Albany on May 3rd for that very important day. And tomorrow morning, open book with Rabbi Koresis and services at 10 o'clock. Family Shabbat services and lunch. And last but not least, this will be the last Shabbat for our beloved Rabbi Janice Elster, who is moving on. Janice, Rabbi Elster, came to Romemu and found our Hebrew school in much need of the magic that she provided. She brought incredibly important structures and programming and all manner of improvements to that important part of our shul's offering. And so Rabbi Elster will be receiving a blessing tomorrow. There'll be a family service as well, and there will be a kiddush tomorrow as well. So it will be a festive farewell. That's tomorrow. Anybody here for the first time? Any first timers? Anybody from Beijing here tonight looking for a synagogue? Anybody, I don't know. You look like you're here for the first time, but not for your first Shabbat. I know it looks like I have this thing. It's amazing. As soon as I start praying, I know things. So we're so happy that you're here. If you're here again as a guest, we're so lucky that you decided to join us tonight. So we're going to say hello to you. So we'll rise up for an invocation and a call to community, and then we'll also take a chance to say hello to one another. So please rise up and Shabbat Shalom to one another and greet each other. Don't fall, don't fall. join us, everyone. Ay, 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 la, la, la. Very nice, please join us. Hey, everybody. 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 Hey, everybody, please join us now. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Hey, So in 1700, a long time ago, a gift came into the world, and that gift is still giving. That gift's name was Yisrael. Yisrael. The name of the Jewish people, right? We're called Israel. And this Yisrael was born to parents named Eliezer and Sarah. And when this Yisrael grew up, people didn't call him Yisrael any longer. They started calling him the master of the good name, the Baal Shem Tov. Shem Tov, the master of the good name, was the founder of a movement that is more often associated not with a group of very diverse, very American-looking people on the Upper West Side. It's often associated with people who look and dress and speak in a radically different way than us, but the essence of the Baal Shem Tov's teaching transcended and still transcends a neighborhood. It's about an access point. And what the Baal Shem Tov's students did was said that it's more important for us to sing together than for us to know the words together. Amen. 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 Thank you for that, Samuel. And so let's do this as if this were the whole Siddur, because we're going to read more words, but we'll stay here for a minute, and if you feel comfortable enough, forgetting about the fact that there are a lot of people here, forgetting about the fact that you're singing, forgetting about the fact that we have live entertainment in the form of a miracle child here, you can just take 3 minutes out of your day just to close your eyes and sing and let the song take you, and the fact that you're singing with others, and that melody doesn't require you to open your eyes to find words. There'll be words. But just for now, remember the teaching of the Baal Shem Tov. Better to sing together. Better to sing together. I die, 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 die. I die, 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 die. I die, 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 die. Yamamai, The words on page 31 and 32. Baruchu et Adonai hamevorach.
Baruch Adonai hamevorach leolam va'ed.
Leolam va'ed. Please be seated. Don't stop singing as we continue on page 33 and 34. Ruchat Shekhinah. Eloheinu racham l'mashiach d'vraham. Elachaya v'kayemet Tamid timloch aleinu le'olam va'ed. Brucha Shekhinah Hama'ariva Aravim Yamarona Dininainanam Yamamamainainam Nananam Yininainam. Avat Olam on page 36. To be able to remember for even one moment a day that we can actually conjure for ourselves an experience of being loved, of being seen, of being known. It's so important to get those things from the outside too, but it's so vital to be able to source that in ourselves as well. And so each morning and each evening we remind ourselves that with a great love you love us, Source. This breathing, this moment, a gift. And that love transcends time and space. So v'ahavatcha al tasir mimenu li'olamim. This is a love eternal that cannot be taken away. Blessed be you who loves your people, your God wrestling people. Yadayinai, didinai, On page 37, 38. Shema On page 39. V'yohavtam es Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavecha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele. Veshinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam.
בשבתך בביתך ולכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך.
We continue on page 41, 42, 43, and 44. V'yagat Yimshamo תשמעו מצוות אשר אנוכי מצווה אתכם היום לאהבה שנאכם. ולימדתם אותם את בניכם לדבר בם בשבתך בביתך ובעלתך בדרך ובשעריך ובקומך למען דיברו עמכם ימי בניכם על הדבר שיש באדוני אל אבותיכם לתת להם כימי השמיים על הארץ ויאמר אדוני משה לאמור דבר אל בני ישראל ואמרת עליהם יעשו להם ציצית על כנפי בידיהם לדורותם ונתנו ציצית. הכנף ותלתכלת בידכם לציצית. וראיתם אותו וזכרתם את כל מצוות אדוני ועשיתם לו. אדוני אלוהיכם אמס. On page 46. And as we turn to page 47 and 48, ראו בנים את גבורתו, שבחו ועודו לשמו, ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם, משה ומרים, ובני ישראל, לך אנו שירה בשמחה רבה. ואמרו כולם, Noah, I think you heard this song in Ireland, maybe. Was it in Irish?
I did.
So there's a lot we can.
Irish.
It was a little Jewish. There's a little Jewish, Irish. On page 47, 48, the Israelites sang a song. Couldn't believe it. Cannot believe it. We're free. No way. Yes. Yeah. Impossible. Amazing. Micha Mocha. נהדר בקודש, נורתנו,
אוסף אלה, נורתנו, תוסף אלה. או מלכותך רעו בניך בוקי הים, לפני משה ומרים עוזני, אנו ויעמו.
אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. Sing with us.
כי פדה אדוני את יעקב, וגלום יד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גל ישראל. I'll stay with this.
Friends, we're so blessed to have Noah Solomon as our one of our davening leaders this year, as our principal musician and davening leader. But I'll tell you what, here in Romemu we're very Yekish. Do you know what that means? It means that my father was born in Berlin, and it's classically like very, like you guys all think this is like a wonderful kirtan style, devotional, messy kind of, you know, uplifting spiritual service. But for Noah and where he comes from, we are extremely formal. Where Noah comes from, you would Kabbalat Shabbat would be 3 hours. Like nobody's thinking about going home to eat or if they have a date tonight or whatever. In Noah's world, he just follows the music wherever it went with multiple instruments, and then Elijah the prophet would show up, and before you know it, it would be the next week. So we're so blessed
Pretty
to
much
have your,
it. Thank you.
your ranging soul. Hashkivenu on page 49.
השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, העמידנו מלכנו לחיים. Please join me. השכיבנו אדוני, אלוהינו לשלום, העמידנו מלכנו לחיים. פרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, פרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, השכיבנו אדוני,
השכיבנו
אלוהינו לשלום,
אלוהינו
העמידנו מלכנו לחיים.
Ashkivenu Yah. God, tonight may there be protection, may there be peace, may there be serenity, may there be calm in our streets, in our cities. May homes be safe. May evening fall and find grace. For the sake of peace, for the sake of wholeness, spread over us a canopy of tranquil protection. Ufros Aleinu.
השכיבנו אדוני, אלוהינו לשלום, העמידנו מלכנו לחיים.
Ufros Aleinu Sukat Shlomecha Baruch Ata Adonai Hapori Sukat Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Amo Yisrael Ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel Ve'al Yerushalayim. Please rise, everyone. Page 51 and 52.
את השבת לעשות את השבת לדותם ברית עולם. אי בייני ובני ישראל עודי לעולם, כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני אלוהים את הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת וינח.
יתקדש ויתקדש מרבה ועלמד יברכנו סי וימליך מלכוסי בחיי. ויאמרו אמן ישמעי.
יתברך וישתבח, יתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויהי ויתהדר, ויתעלה, ויתהלל, שמי דקודשה, ברכו לילה, מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, ושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעולמה, and let us say
Silent meditation can be found, the words for the silent meditation can be found on page 55 and 56. Which one? This one, okay. Nate, Jeff, I don't know which microphone to use. Can someone clearly? Everything except the headset mic. Okay, one of these two. Okay, got it. Just thanks. So back in rabbinical school, that AV training was really intense. I thought to skip those classes, and then I was like, no way. I'm going to need that. And I was right. As a bar mitzvah student or a bat mitzvah student or a b mitzvah student, you almost never want to get the portion of the week that is this week's portion. And maybe it's safe to say that almost every rabbi in the country at some point tonight will say, I wish that I had a juicier parsha, a juicier portion to work with. I don't know, is this, it feels like it goes in and out. Is it being amplified? It's working? No, now it's off. No, I know. There you go. Okay. The Torah in the book of Leviticus introduces us to many very odd concepts. Maybe the oddest one is called tsarat or naga. And it basically means that there's a skin affliction. And the Torah, on some level, like all of the ancients, had no idea what a skin affliction was. They didn't have any medicinal, no hospitals, no research centers. And so on some level, the Torah is describing a phenomena that is scary, unknown, mysterious. But it just so happens to be that this skin disease is maybe the quintessential biblical disease. It appears in the book of Leviticus over and over again. And it kind of begs the question as to why, of all the things that could have been imagined as being, surfacing, as it were, why the Torah invites us to think about the location, as it were, of the disease, of this particular affliction. It's almost the affliction of the Torah itself. And if one were to do a little bit of research onto the first place in the Torah where skin appears, you'd find it in the story in Genesis, in the Garden of Eden story. And their skin is not human skin, but animal skin. And those of you who have been in Romemu for more than 5 minutes know that I'm absolutely infatuated to the point of almost studying every text on the conflation of the word skin and the word or, which means light, and how they're essentially homonyms, but different meanings, different letters, but there's something profound happening in the midrashic mind, in the rabbi's mind, in trying to make sense of skin as this remarkable moment of disease. And the rabbis connect it, interestingly enough, to lashon hara, to gossip. So what might be the conceptual connection between lashon hara and gossip? Lashon hara and skin disease. So to some extent, and this is something I've been thinking about for a while, trying to fully articulate it, but it doesn't really come together quite perfectly, so please forgive me. But there's something about gossip, which the Torah says is a violation, kind of violation of a sense of, there's something about speech and speaking ill about someone else, the violation of our fundamental connection with one another. There's something about speech that violates a fundamental oneness or a sense of being one body, one community. And I think it's something more than that. I think that there's something about the rabbis drawing some connection between spreading a rumor or saying something negative about someone else that is a kind of missing the totality of, like you're missing something, like when something's lacking in some way. That to some degree, the emergence of gossip or some other version of kind of antisocial, I mean, gossip has a social component, true. But there's something about, like, the Torah's desire that we speak in a good way with one another. There's something about the Torah's desire that we speak good of one another, or that we learn to see the good in one another, and that we learn to frame reality not through what's missing, but through what is here, that is fundamental to this meditation. Skin, can be a way of isolating, of separating out. The rabbis even say that, the one who separated themselves by gossiping about the other should themselves be separated. But there's something distinctively separating, of isolating, of partializing that is in gossip. To gossip is to fix someone or something at one moment, and then to let go as if you told the whole story. There's something anathema to the Jewish way of creating a happy, meaningful life that is being described. It's almost like to be able to tell a story of negativity about someone else or about oneself or about a group of people is a fundamental experience of building a world of partiality, of separation. And the antidote, to some degree, is building a world, piece by piece, of gratitude, of goodness, of appreciation, of a willingness to turn our attention not towards what is missing, but what is present. Not towards what is lacking, but towards what is already there. I had this teaching from somebody in the community a couple of weeks ago after I gave one of my many, and I will continue to give them on some level, sermons about the need to show up for one another. And of course, the sermon was not directed towards the people who had shown up. There was no need for me to give a sermon about people who were already here. It was a sermon about people who weren't here. And this person after Shabbat wrote to me and said, I get it. You miss these people. We all do. A community that used to have 400 people strong on a Friday night now has a lovely, amazing group of, I don't know how many are here, but something is lacking for someone who was there, if you were ever there. I don't know if you feel that way sometimes, maybe not. And the person really gave me a good reminder. The person said, focus on the people here. These are the people who are showing up. This is the moment to appreciate and to say thank you and to experience what's here, not what could be here. And that tension between what is here and what could be here is kind of hardwired into our brains. I was talking to with a chavrut of mine, Rabbi Yafa Epstein, this morning, a dear friend and colleague, and Yafa and I were talking about this tension between the capacity to notice what's present and what's beautiful and what deserves recognition and gratitude, and what is the counterfactual. We humans are uniquely able to imagine a scenario that is better than this scenario. That's what a dream is. We want to be able to imagine that Natan Sharansky in the Gulag was not only being thankful for the fact that he was still alive, but also imagining, using his mind and his imagination to imagine a future where he would no longer be imprisoned. We imagine and use imagination to decidedly remove us from the present moment so that we might imagine a better future moment in which that will be the present and everyone will be equal and so on. We can imagine together. And so in that tension between what is and what could be, what is present and what is lacking in the other, in ourselves, the Torah has good advice. And it appears in Pirkei Avot, in the Ethics of the Fathers, chapter 4, Mishnah 1, Ben Zoma Omer, Ezehu Ashir, who is the wealthy one? Hasamech b'chalko, the one who is happy with their portion. And when I was studying this today with my chavruta, I said, I think this is the lo tachmod antidote. The antidote to coveting what someone else has. You say to yourself, oh, I wish I had their body. I'm sure no one ever had that thought today. I wish they had their financial situation. I wish I had their life. I wish I could sing like them, play guitar like them, look like them, breathe like them, walk like an Egyptian. Who knows? Walk like something. The comparing mind is vital for us to have an access point for standards. Were it not for the comparing mind, we would probably not know the difference between my own, like a chimpanzee knocking on a piano, and Mozart. To be able to distinguish between what is excellent and what isn't is vital. But Ezu Ashir Sameach B'Chalko means you stop monthly, daily, hourly to say, right here, right now, this is it. We pull in our minds and we say, just this, just this. And we give gratitude, we appreciate that it could be otherwise. And it could be otherwise is also a counterfactual. It also takes us out of the moment, but it brings us right back into the moment. It could be otherwise in a good way, is a dream. It could be otherwise in a recognition of gratitude is, it could be otherwise. Look how it is. And so with this frame, this evening, I'd like to offer my own hakarat tov, my own gratitude. As many of you know, this coming week will be the remarkable transition from Yom HaZikaron, the day of remembering those who fell and are falling in defense of the Jewish homeland, the state of Israel, and the remarkable next day, which is Yom HaTzmaut, the day of Israeli independence. And this year in particular, it's the birthday, that is the 75th birthday of the state of Israel. And it's absolutely true that in the last couple of months, we have seen remarkably dangerous movement afoot to push through judicial reform that would fundamentally change the nature of the modern state of Israel, and how inspired so many of us have been by the move amongst those who live in the state of Israel and outside to demand that process be paused so that there can be greater collaboration and conversation amongst all of those who live there as to what the best future of the state should be. But I want to pause tonight in recognition of the need to connect before we correct, for the need for us to state what it is that we are grateful for, even as we hold off the inevitable imagining of what's not yet, the lack therein. To say to each and every one of you, as you know, that the state of Israel is a complex entity with a rich history and a very diverse society. And I want to give gratitude that even with its share of flaws and its challenges, it still has many accomplishments and reasons to be celebrated this week. And one way to approach this, everyone, is to name all of the ways it could be different. Despite the many reasons for the desire to hold back that gratitude, there is so much to be grateful for in the state of Israel. Its creation and its survival against tremendous odds. The establishment of the state in 1948 was a miracle in so many ways. It was founded on the ashes of the Holocaust, and in the face of hostile neighbors who sought to destroy it, it's found a way to persevere. It is, even with its challenges at this moment, a beacon of democracy and innovation in the Middle East. It has a vibrant economy and a thriving cultural scene, a very diverse and variegated population. It is a hub of scientific research and technological advancement. It is a place where in Tel Aviv, there are many who say it rivals Berlin for its gay culture and a sense of solidarity amongst those who serve in Israel is remarkable. It is a leader in humanitarian aid, disaster relief efforts around the world, provides assistance to people in need, regardless of their nationality or religion. And again, like the one who says something about their friend that is partially true, and yet elides over some very big, beautiful things. It's so vital for us to be able to recognize the good. It's so vital for us to be able to share and celebrate in the remarkable miracle that is our own homeland. Who could have imagined 78 years ago, 75, who could have imagined? So we're privileged. We're privileged at this moment as American Jews. We're privileged to be able to sit back and criticize justifiably at times, importantly at times, but to recognize that mixed in with those criticisms is a tremendous amount of lashon hara, a tremendous amount of gossip, untruths, half-truths, baked truths, the kind of thing that has a life and gives it force. The Torah tells us this week that the Ur sin, the fundamental error of gossip, is seeing a part instead of a whole. And the way out is to balance that with seeing what is good, what is positive, what is remarkable, what is worthy of our gratitude, of our fundamental appreciation. We owe a debt of gratitude to be able to grow up at a time when it's a given that we can go to the land of Israel. So I wanted to underscore that tonight because there is a movement afoot again in so many synagogues and temples around the country this weekend to talk about the judicial reform. And I'd like for us to hold on this week. And here's a charge to us. If you don't yet know how amazing the state of Israel is, make it your business to find out. If you don't yet know how remarkable the culture and the diversity and the liberal values that are in Israel already are, then go find out. And if you do know, if you're privileged enough to love Israel, have been there 30 times, and you're at every protest down in Washington Square, or you're in Tel Aviv, wherever you are, wonderful. Wonderful, great. This week, let's celebrate. The day after, let's protest. This week, let's appreciate. And the day after, imagine what it could yet be. I think it's possible to do both. I think it's absolutely essential that we do both. And so for those of you in this community who would like to know how you can get more involved in appreciating and celebrating the state of Israel, this entire week and next week and beyond it, there'll be activities and events in order to raise up our awareness of how lucky we are. And for those of you who want the details on when the next protest is after Yom Ha'atzmaut, that will also be made available to you as well. The dream of what things are and how they are, coupled together with a vision of how they could yet be, is a vital maturity that each and every one of us can bring. Ezehu Ashir, Hasameach V'chelko, who is wealthy? The ones who appreciate what they have. How lucky are we? Please rise. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, atei gidula l'yosef. Shelo asanu ki goyei haratzot, velo samanu. Shesam. I'm so sorry we're running late. And we have those who are in mourning, please remain standing. The mourner's Kaddish tonight can be found in the back of your Sidurim on page 115. And please rise for the mourner's Kaddish if it is your custom. We remember the loved ones. Danny. Wow. Jonathan. Leslie. Susan. And Ron. Anyone else? In our community as well, we lift up loved ones who are in the Zumagog. Please rise if it's your custom to rise for the mourners. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabbah. V'yalmad yivrach yirutei v'yamlich machutei. V'chayechonu v'yomechonu v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala u'bizman kariv imru. Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mivorach. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam mitnasei. V'yisadar v'yisalev v'yisalal shmei dekutsha b'richu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'oma v'imru. Amen. יש לו מרבה מן שמיה וחיים טובים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו amen. May the memory be a blessing. We invite all of you to please rise for the conclusion of the service. We turn to page 88 for Kiddush. Into this cup of blessing tonight, thank you to our dear Noah Solomon and for Nate persevering through a lot of technical challenges, for Jeffrey and Victor, Bianca, Lenore, and Freddie. And I think Danny is also here. I'm not sure. Danny and Jeff? I don't know why. Okay. Oh, online. Danny's online. Okay, great. A reminder again, tomorrow morning, everybody, at 8:45, Rabbi Kohler Estes will be leading our open book, followed by services at 10 o'clock. Please join me on page 88. Yom HaShishi, Vayechulu HaShamayim v'ha'aretz. Savri Chaverai, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'kiddushanu mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shavat kodsho b'yavav ratzon intchilanu zikaron, lema'aseh v'reshis ki hu yom. Kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu imko. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat.